Good evening, Nancy. It's currently 10 o'clock, 10:30 p.m. And this is a summary of what we did yesterday on Wednesday. I'm currently sending you the files, the 2 CDs of the book All Clear number 2. And let me just go there. So it's going through. And this is the track number 1. So it's All Clear number 2. And this is the first dialogue. So it's track number 1. Okay. I'm skipping the beginning because they're like telling you about, All Clear 2, the edition, etc. So we don't care. Let's go. And let's listen to the dialogue.
Lesson 1. Focused listening. As you listen. Page 2. Part A. Close your book. Listen to the conversations between Jana and Ellen and Rick and Tim to find the answers to these questions. How does Jana feel? How does Rick feel? Can you believe it, Jana? Your wedding is in 2 weeks. I know. What's wrong? Well, I think I'm getting cold feet. Oh, don't worry. That's normal. That's how I felt before I married Tim. But everything will be fine. You and Rick are really great together. I know, but maybe we should wait. We can't even afford to buy furniture. Oh, so it's money that's making you have second thoughts. But deep down, you really want to get married. You're right. I really do. I'm dying to marry Rick.
Hey, Rick, what's wrong? I don't know. I just hope I'm ready to get married. Uh-oh. Are you getting cold feet? I guess you could say that. I'm about to change my life for good, so I'm kind of nervous. Okay, then call off the wedding. But I'm dying to marry Jana, and she's dying to marry you. So why don't you just take a deep breath and calm down?
B. Listen again.
Okay.
This time, read the conversation as you listen. Can you believe it, Jana? Your wedding is in 2 weeks. I know. What's wrong? Well, I think I'm getting cold feet. Oh, don't worry. That's normal. That's how I felt before I married Tim. But everything will be fine. You and Rick are really great together. I know. But maybe we should wait. We can't even afford to buy furniture. Oh, so it's money that's making you have second thoughts. But deep down, you really want to get married. You're right. I really do. I'm dying to marry Rick.
Okay. And the next
Hey,
one.
Rick, what's wrong? I don't know. I just hope I'm ready to get married. Uh-oh. Are you getting cold feet? I guess you could say that. I'm about to change my life for good, so I'm kind of nervous. Okay, then call off the wedding. But I'm dying to marry Jana, and she's dying to marry you. So why don't you just take a deep breath and calm down?
There we go. So finally, so it doesn't hurt to repeat, huh? So it's fine. So getting cold feet to afford or can't afford something, second thoughts, deep down. We went through all these different expressions the last time, okay? I'm dying is like, I cannot wait to do something. I'm dying to marry Rick. I want to marry him now, okay? So we went through that already, but I want just to go through the different expressions, okay? Get cold feet. Become so nervous about starting something new, a life change such as a marriage or a new job, that you think you shouldn't do it. Have cold feet about, okay? And no. So to get cold feet, you're getting nervous. You feel like you want to cancel something. To have cold feet, you're nervous. It's a present. You're currently nervous about starting something new that you think you shouldn't do it. You're thinking about giving up, but you're not doing it. You're thinking about it. Okay, I got cold feet. It's done. I did it. I canceled. I didn't go through the stuff. To get cold feet and to be nervous are not exactly the same. When you have cold feet, you are thinking about not doing something that you're afraid of. For instance, if you're very afraid of a test and go home, you have cold feet. You didn't go through your test. But if you're afraid of the test and still take it, you're just nervous. There are two possible results after getting cold feet. The person decides to take a big step and do something, or he or she decides not to do something. Okay? Did they get married? Yes. 2 weeks before the wedding, she started to get cold feet, but then she relaxed and was fine. Did they get cold feet? No. At the last minute, she got cold feet and she canceled the wedding. Okay? So about, to get cold feet, about, or and. So about is a preposition, and it's necessary to have a noun after a preposition. About something, about a noun, about someone. If you want to use a verb after get or have cold feet about, you need to change the verb into a noun form called a gerund. So we're going to say, I hope you won't get cold feet about the trip. We have a noun. When she heard about the low salary, she got cold feet about taking the job. So we can have a noun, but if we use a verb, we're going to have an ing form. He had cold feet about hiking so far in the mountains, so he decided to just take a short day hike. Okay, can't afford. You don't have enough money. I can't afford to do something, so we have a verb, or I can't afford something. It's a noun. To do something or something. I didn't know you have a job. Well, I can't afford to go to school full time, so I work and go to school part-time. I thought you were going to buy a new car. I wanted to, but I couldn't afford one. I had to get a used car, and it's okay, but it's okay. That camera is so expensive. Don't worry, I can afford it. They can afford to, but they can't afford to. So we have to make sentences. It's not difficult here. To have second thoughts or had second thoughts. To think that a decision that you made before might not be a good one. To have doubts about something. To have second thoughts about something or someone. Thoughts is a noun, so not the past of the verb think. A thought or thoughts. Or to have second thoughts about doing something. Again, we have a noun or a verb with ing. So remember that about is a preposition and it's necessary to have a noun after a preposition. But if you want to use a verb after have second thought about, you need to change the verb into a gerund. So far we have can't afford, okay, can't afford to do something or to go something, it's an infinitive. To get cold feet about something or about doing something. So to get cold feet about doing something, we use an ing form. And to have second thoughts about doing this stuff. Okay, so be careful, we have two expressions with the ing form. They are having second thought about that house. What do you mean? Well, it's an old house and they're afraid they'll have a lot of problems if they live there. Second thought about that house, a noun. What do you think of the new guy? I'm afraid I'm having second thought about him. At first I was sure he was right for the job, but now I'm not so sure. His work isn't as good as I expected. About him. Okay. I need to talk to you. I'm having second thought about buying, ing form, that car. What's the problem? Well, first of all, it's really expensive. And second of all, it's an automatic and I want a manual transmission. So they have second thought about getting married. Did you have second thought about taking this class? She's having second thought about quitting her job. I'm having second thought about going to the beach today. Deep down, deep in your heart, something that you feel like it's very emotional. Your true feelings such as anger, love, happiness. You're very honest with your emotions. So deep down, I feel that. It's not correct to say, I deep down want to go home. No. It's better to say deep down. We don't put it with a subject and a complement. It's with a verb. It's more like an expression. Deep down, in my heart, I want to go home. So, I told them that I wanted to fly, but deep down, I'd really like to drive. I would really like to drive. Why? I have never told anyone this before, but I'm afraid of flying. Look at how the politicians are all smiling at each other, but deep down, they really don't like each other. How do you know? Okay, be dying, we're going to do that tomorrow, Friday. You have, I'm going to just do that. That way we're focusing on exactly what we are supposed to do. All clear number 2. This is page 8. I'm going to start page 8. You have an excellent night, and I'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Take care, Nancy. Thank you.